Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Everquest Old School. And on tonight's episode, I am joined by our barbarian.
Zoom the barbarian.
I like throwing him off sometimes, kids. Give him a hard time, but yeah, he's definitely doing a pretty good job tonight. We are also joined by our rogue,
Alar, aka Bushido Bull.
and we have our necro with us tonight.
Deuce the librarian. Wait, no.
The librarian of Doom the barbarian.
Oh, you want a piece of meat, huh? Okay, you can have a piece.
Now, you were saying just a minute ago through him that you actually don't like these soothsayers, right?
see.
Yeah, look at this,
I
guys.
can't see.
He
I
put
can't
affliction
see.
on me. He put slow on me. He put malaise on me, and he put one other. He put four dots on me before I got, or four negative things on me before I could get him
You
back
just
to the
erased
group.
all my buffs.
And it
So,
sounded
yeah,
like
I'm
he
gonna-
just completely blinded Alar there. I mean, like in a painful way too. Right? Because he was screaming like it was painful, man. It's like he threw acid in his eyes or sand or something like that. He was screaming pretty
I
loud
was
there.
waiting for somebody to say, "Why can't you see?" I had my hand over my eyes.
Okay. So there is a another doll over here. What does this one do? 3 charisma. Oh, that's pretty nice.
Oh, is she cute?
Oh, it's no trade. Does anybody want this?
No,
3
I think it's
charisma.
for a quest, but you get those nice stats on it.
Oh, we have an enchanter. Let me link that.
She wants.
You guys got Breeze?
Yeah, I got Breeze. See if that enchanter could use that, man. I don't know what kind of equipment she has or he has. Might actually be able to take advantage of that. I'd pick it up otherwise because it's kind of nice to have just for charisma gear and if you're gonna sell stuff. But
Where'd it go? Yeah, that doesn't really affect much. I've tried the minimum maximum on the charisma. Not a big change.
it does make a small change when you're buying like gems and gold bars for enchanters. If you can get your charisma, if you can get an enchanter buff, that makes a huge difference. And then if you can get like your enchanter, or you're not your enchanter, your charisma gear and put all that on, and maybe bump it up another 20 or 30 points, which is not beyond the realm of possibility to do. You might be able to even go up to like 40 points if you have really, really good stuff. But it does make a difference. You're going to save several, platinum here and there. And if you're buying an entire stack of gold bars, you may save, 20 or 30 platinum. That can add up quite quickly.
No, get it off.
Let me go ahead and heal
Keep
her.
her heal. Keep her heal.
Yeah, I'm giving her a
That's
heal
all
right
she-
now.
all
Don't
needs
worry,
is-
it's off her.
What is she doing to it? She must be trying to slow it or something.
She might be trying to charm it. Who knows?
Enchanters, man, it's very easy for them to get aggro.
Everything they do will get aggro.
Yeah. And I'm not blaming them at all. It's a hard class to play. Even a harder class to learn, I
Well,
imagine,
I
when you're
got
making
affliction.
those mistakes.
Oh, is he healing himself? Daggone, I hate
No,
these
he
mobs.
just dotted me with affliction, and now he disempowered me.
What is malaise? Is that a disease?
No,
That lowers your
is a
resistance.
debuff. It knocks
No,
down
no.
some of your buff skills.
Right, but is it a disease? Is it a poison?
Malaise?
I guess it'd be like a fever or a disease, yeah. Because it makes you weaker, so.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what would cure it, if I want to get rid of it.
Dispel magic.
I don't have that one yet. I think I get that at
How's your
But
mana,
you'd be
brother?
erasing all the buffs that
I'm
were
only
on
at,
you.
yeah, that sucks too. I'm only at 43%, man. Let me give you a heal real
Hold
quick.
on. Let me just
Hey,
top a squad here.
How about I just run out, grab me one, and kite it? That'll work.
If you get into trouble, man, I don't want you to die because of it, though.
If
I
you
ain't
start
good
getting in
at
trouble, just run around and say, help, help, help.
How'd you say your mana was?
I'm at 22% right now. So it's not cure disease. That did not work at all. I have
No,
cancel
it's
magic.
Cure curse.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing as dispel magic. I think it's
Yeah.
just a lower level of it.
I just don't want to do that because I have my breeze on right now. That's the very
Look,
first
guys.
slot.
Look, I'm a necropet. Look, guys.
You're a necropet?
Now, I'm gonna let you met up, and I'll help Duthrock a kite.
Let me go ahead and toss a liar
Get
here.
some healing back.
A nice heal. Okay, I'm down to 10%.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and met up and
See,
we'll assist the new me.
I just needed to watch my power a little bit more. I've been being very careless with it, not quite as efficient as I could have been. I wasn't paying attention because we were doing just fine earlier when we had a group of 6 with Bernstein. Man, we were killing so quickly there, and with the buffs, I think we're making such a big deal. But now that he's left, we're kind of feeling it a little bit here. Now, what do you guys
Yeah.
think of the zone so far?
And
Yeah,
I love coon
it's all
armor.
right.
But the
I love
particular
the look of
creatures that we're
zone.
fighting, do you guys find with your certain classes that there's any difference between, say, over in High Pass?
Yeah, they
I
don't dot you
love.
up like this. You don't get 4 dots on you when you pull.
What about you, Elir? Do you find that you backstab harder or maybe less often?
Actually, I think I'm doing less damage on these guys.
So
Yeah,
they
these
might
guys
have like
suck.
a little bit more AC than the other guys?
Or better agility or something.
Okay. Are you missing more or are you just doing less damage?
I think I'm hitting about the same rate, but my damage is down by like 1 or 2
Oh
points
yeah,
on
Okay.
average per
a
hit.
slam.
And what about you, Duthraka? Do you find that they're resisting more often or resisting less often?
Let's just say I could live here till I'm 40.
Yeah.
So pretty good zone, guys. It has its advantages and disadvantages. That's why it's kind of nice to have so many different classes with us. They can give you a little different perspective on the area. So if you're coming over here with maybe a assassin or a rogue, maybe not the best idea because you're going to be doing a little bit less damage than you would maybe
snare
over in
wall.
High Keep or High Pass.
Phone chips there.
As far as like the damage goes,
Rock to loot all the skellies.
Yep.
It won't hurt him no bit.
when I look in that direction, I get massive lag. So I don't know what's over in that area, but there must be a lot of creatures for some reason.
Yeah, there's a
Big
bunch
zone,
of goblins
so-
in these ruins right here, brother. Like around every corner there are goblins.
Actually,
I
see
ran in
that?
here early.
Well, it's
There's
only
like-
it's only that
Yeah.
direction right there, and then it clears up. I turn
Is
in
it
that
towards this-
direction, right
is it
over towards the
towards right
ruins. Yeah, right where you're at.
Yeah. There's 4 goblins in this one room alone,
There's a
so I
zone
assume
right
the whole
in the middle
thing's
of
like
the lake,
that.
too.
Yeah, it doesn't do it anywhere else in the area. Just when I turn specifically in that direction, like this 15-degree angle, lag, and then it just clears up completely. So
Yeah, in the ruins there's literally a goblin in every corner. I'm looking at it right now. I don't even want to pull them because I'm afraid I'll kill us.
You'll get at least 2 every time.
You get 2, not a problem.
yeah, it just seems weird that it would do it there when I can
I
go to
got a
unrest.
Marauder. You want me to pull it?
I got a tiger, guys.
Okay.
A saber-tooth tiger.
Nope.
Now, are these creatures over here all
Hey, go
ready
ahead
to
and pull that
attack or
marauder
what?
too, man. So I want that
Want me to pull
faction
it?
hit. Yeah, go ahead and pull it. I want that faction hit.
Are
Even
you-
though AC's mana, I'm not sure about AC's mana. But,
I'm 50%, man. I'm good.
okay, we'll be alright then.
And you guys
It's
don't really
coming.
take damage that hard, so you should be fine.
Oh, these guys are hitting me a lot harder than the ones in High Pass were. But I think High Pass is like where most of them off.
Yeah, but there's better loot there, too.
Yeah.
there's better loot.
Yeah, you can't deny that. Now that the server has been established for a little while, people are paying 400 or 500 platinum for those idols. Those are really, really nice, or totems, I should say.
I want to go to High Keep. I want to kill goblins in the High Keep.
So do I, man. But it's so far away now. Like we'd have to take 2 boats to get there,
So far away from us.
and that took us about an hour, right? With all the problems that we were having. And
It took you
And
about an hour. It took me about 7.5 hours.
well, no, it took me about 20-30 minutes. It took you an hour. That's why I was waiting for you.
Yeah, it did take me about an hour.
If I could get this weapon, I would be very
Here you
happy.
go.
No, you can't have that weapon. That's my weapon.
What weapon is that?
I need it. It's an
Oh,
upgrade for
good
me.
sirs, carrying.
It's an upgrade for me.
Oh, for the pet,
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
need it.
Yeah,
Need it.
he's only got 1 weapon right now.
Tarnished sheer blade. It's on there. It's in there. It's like Prego. It's in there.
If
Hey,
you
guys,
want, man,
follow us
I
on-
can drop out of the group real quick, and she can get some experience, man. I'm really not getting that much here to begin with, anyways.
Well, the problem with that is
I just
She
keep
was
them.
just barely
Yeah.
16.
Yeah, but she
If-
should still get experience with everybody else.
If
Let's-
she gets aggro, she's gonna die though, man. So
Well, you just let me know. I mean, we're on the
Okay.
Skype call, so.
yeah, you got it. Okay, let's see.
Oh
Oh,
crap!
you just destroyed the whole group.
Who did I boot out? A liar?
Everybody.
Everybody.
No, I'm still
No?
in the group.
Yeah, I have everybody in here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so
you're out.
it's just Thoom.
Just me. Just
Okay,
me.
let me toss you another invite, man.
Excuse me, you guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
remember, you're the leader. You have to give it to somebody
Yeah,
else.
I completely
That-
forgot I was the leader because I had to go back and get you earlier. So let me go ahead
I'm
and.
gonna tell you all about the news.
You are now leader, Thoom,
Yay.
and I am now gone. You might want to let her know what's going on. That way she doesn't think like the group's breaking apart. And I will just sit here and let her get some experience. And as you guys can see, I was here for what, about 60 minutes now, and I barely got what is that, like 2%, maybe 1%. So not exactly the best place for my level, but for everybody else, they seem to be doing pretty well. So, what would you guys suggest at this specific spot in the zone for level wise?
I prefer Atlantic.
I prefer Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific, right? Instead of a specific. I get it. You guys, man, you guys are so hung up all the time with my language, guys. Holy crap, to boot and everything else.
What are we talking about? I thought we were talking about the oceans. I prefer the Pacific. I
Yo,
prefer
what do you-
If I was on cam right now, guys, you'd totally be seeing me rolling my eyes, but we'll go with it, man. We'll go with it.
I love you.
What do you guys like? You guys like the Black Sea or what, man?
Like as far as bodies of water?
This is what you're talking about, I guess. We can go with the Atlantic or the
I like
Pacific.
the Dead Sea, man. I'd like to go swim in the Dead Sea. They say you can float and stuff like that.
Because it's
I'd
so
love to go-
salty.
Yeah.
Can you not float in regular water?
Yeah, I can float in regular water, but you don't have to expend any effort to float in the Dead Sea. They say.
If you want to do that, just take 15 pounds of salt and pour it into your bathtub. There you go.
Salt's expensive, dude.
I've
They say
never
that's
had a
100.
problem floating. Like I can do that naturally without any effort being expended. So I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, all you gotta do is basically close your mouth or something like that. I can float, but they say, I mean, in the Dead Sea or the what were we talking
Women
about?
are
that you can float.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do, you don't have to hold your breath or do anything. Like, you don't have to exert any effort to float. You'll just float naturally.
In the Dead Sea, we
So,
all
in regular water, you gotta expend a little bit of effort
Under
to
the
float.
Dead
Keep underwater.
Do you really? Because I could fall asleep while I'm floating. Like that's not. I've always just thought that was natural. You just lay down, you automatically start floating.
No, you have very light bone density.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
I always thought I had thick,
like-
big bones. You know, to be honest, because I'm a
Weird,
big
dude.
guy.
You're weird, dude.
I guess so.
Well, that doesn't matter. It's how thick or how dense your bones are.
Well, unless I can float in all this humidity, it doesn't really do me any good. It's not like
You
I
got
went
an
into a
extremely
profession.
thick vertebrae.
I didn't go into a. Ah, come back here, Mom. I'm healing you.
Oh, okay.
Ah, you ran out of range. Dang it. Let me do it again.
See, me on the other hand, I would sink in Jello.
Is she getting experience?
Yeah, she's getting experience now.
Nice, nice. You would sink in Jello?
We need to go to Sarnak Castle for you,
Yeah.
AC.
Wow, that would be hard to do, man. That is crazy. That's almost like what was that movie, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, right? Where they have the Jello Castle, and they went on that little date. I guess maybe I'm the only one here who's seen that
Oh,
one.
I remember that. Yeah, where they dive into the Jello and they
Got a
swim
girl
around.
with
And stuff like
warrior
that.
on my tail.
That's Anna Faris too. I like her. I'm gonna pull the Sarnak. He's green, but I'm gonna pull him anyway because I like chicken.
Well,
It's
level
probably
16
where-
probably can get experience from.
He's gonna give us a good faction hit for Cabalist. So
But what level do you guys think this spot is good for? Is what I was getting at earlier. As far as like what level
Like
should you come
15 to
here?
20.
it's like a 17, 18, something like that. I thought it was a good up to level 25. I think the Sarnak Castle is good up to level 25 actually.
I would say 17 to 23.
Okay, so all over the place on that one. I
Does
was
anybody know where
thinking
the
of
Sarnak Castle is.
Yeah, I do.
Go there.
I know how to get to it anyways.
You should go check it out, man.
Oh, there's my point.
stay here, get Sophita some experience. You know, she kind of sat here for a long time, not getting in anything.
Well, he went down
So-
fast.
Be nice to give back a little bit.
He's green. All right, I'm pulling.
I got to remember to keep having you targeted because you know there's no other way for me to tell if you need life. So what zone do you see us going to after this one? Are there any other zones out there around our level that you guys
We could
really
probably
want?
go to Warslicks actually right
Yeah,
now.
do the castle.
Oh,
Not the
no,
castle,
go
but the
to the
giant.
Giants. Yeah, dude, that would be excellent.
You get any faction over there? What's to be aware of that might be in that area?
It drops the force loops over there sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, force loops would be great for your cleric.
Yeah, those were really nice, and of course they sell for quite a bit. I think it was something like 1K or 2K per force loop back in the day. I don't know what they sell for now.
350
About
is
700,
what,
800.
actually, ZK said 350. So
Oh, really?
yeah, that's what ZK told me. So I don't know.
Well, it could be because of Velius. You know, Velius lowered the prices for anything, you know, pretty much previous to Velius. It kind of
That's why I
sucks
got
a
all
little
this
bit.
good gear. Yeah. Come
Is
on,
it?
Slam.
Malaise.
Do you think that's the reason that the prices were so low for your stuff?
I think so. Yeah, I think everybody was starting to get
Better
News
stuff.
drops from the raids over, and so I think that's exactly what happened.
I'm blinded again.
Yeah, you're probably right. Your suit probably would have costed a lot more otherwise. Plus, those idols that we were getting, or totems, whatever they were over there in High Pass, probably would not have been selling for as high as they were if people weren't going on raids as often. So, let me give you a heal real quick, man. Don't really
Something
need
like
it, but you know, I got the power.
Goblin.
I-
Anybody need these goblin skins for anything?
Not that I know of, but if there is something out there, guys, that you're aware of, go ahead and put that down in the comments. We'll definitely check it out and show the other viewers.
They sell for a decent amount to the merchants.
Yeah, they stack too, so that's nice.
How much do they sell for? Do you guys know?
Probably a few silver, be my guess.
I think a gold and
Wow.
change.
Really?
Since there.
Nice. So a whole stack, you get about 2 platinum. That's not too bad, and they probably don't weigh that much, so a monk might actually be able to pick those up and you know, make a little bit of coin that way.
You're getting all the attention tonight here.
Who's that? Thum?
Just because it was gotten too early. Dothraka.
Oh, okay.
What
I
do you
mean,
think he
I
is?
don't have
Janice?
taunt.
yeah. Well, Necro doesn't need a taunt. He has it just with any of his spells, and then of course his pet has it as well. So you know.
My
Yeah,
pet
that you can
taunt,
turn
yeah,
off.
That's separate.
Yeah,
to me.
turn
Oh
off.
yeah, successful slam. I love those, man. That makes me so happy.
Hold
How
on.
much you hit him for?
Can't turn one off.
Well, I just hit him and interrupted his spell, so he couldn't heal himself. So I don't. I think I do around 6 or 7, unless it's crit with slam.
Alar.
Huh?
I
Can't
love
turn
interrupting
off.
spells.
What was that?
It's vital
Can't
later
turn
on.
what off?
No, you say you can't turn your spell taunt off. You know, like when you attack with the spell, there's no way really to lower how much aggro it's gonna give you. You can just do the timing so that the warrior or the tank, whoever that might be, simply has more aggro than you do.
Yeah.
Let's see, where are you at? Do you need a heal? No, you're.
No, I'm
I
fine.
guess you're fine because you can always heal yourself with that that life stuff.
Life.
You guys want me to root it?
Life
Nope.
tippet. What are you guys pulling? Okay.
It's a
Well,
saber tooth.
I'm kiting a saber tooth.
Got a Soothsayer gonna coming, guys.
Now, what's around the corner? What are you seeing on your side? Are you running into a lot of
Where I'm running,
rooms?
just no, I'm pulling from the outer rooms because the inner rooms are just full of death and despair.
Now, how fast does it seem like the mobs are spawning? Do you see it pretty often? Every time you go back, the same guy's back, or do you
Yeah,
know
the ones that I pull pump pretty quickly. Yeah, so
how many do you see you getting through before the first guy
Yep.
seems to come back?
usually I'd say maybe about 2. I haven't been able to pull I haven't actually been trying to pull the entire room yet though. So I just pulled I'm pulling from this
Room is
room
blank.
and then I'm pulling from that outer room over there. And the outer room only had 1 mob in the whole entire room. So why am I not targeting this guy?
Oh, are you not? That's why you're not keeping the aggro?
Well, on that
I
guy,
took aggro from him pretty easy.
That's because he wasn't targeting it. You were basically
Well,
doing all the
see?
damage.
I waited
But I
till
had it
was
targeted
down to
when I pulled it.
half.
no, I wasn't targeting that. Oh, she's gonna.
For a minute, I thought he got you.
Okay, she's fine. She's fine.
How did she get healed?
Well, I don't know.
Or did she not take any damage?
Stop warping.
Maybe it wasn't chasing her.
Okay, that you
It
said
was
she was
chasing
almost
me.
dead. How's your life, man? 79. That's not
80.
too bad.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
68. Okay, you're good.
Hey, Demi?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah, never mind, you're not in the group. I was going to tell you to loot that, but
No, what's in it?
nothing.
The three
That's why he told you to loot it.
the 3 charisma thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those if you
Is
guys.
it all soothsayers up there?
Oh, I'm blind.
You're
I'm blind.
fighting them.
Don't
You're
nobody
fighting
do
them. Man.
anything. You're gonna
Yeah,
get aggro.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. Hit your attack button, whatever that is. There you go.
There we go.
Now, what spells are you using, Dothraka?
Well, the one that I can cast that they don't just peel off is Leech, which is my lifesteal over time. It counters my hit point loss from my liching. But then I have Engulfing Darkness, which is a snare and a dot. I have Heart Flutter, which is a debuff and a dot. And I have Poison Bolt, which is a nuke and a dot.
So if somebody's coming to the class and they're kind of wondering how you're playing it, take them through like an average fight. Like what's the order? When do you wait? How long in between casts? And what that whole scenario.
Well, in a group or solo?
Well, in this group right now, like with us,
Okay, in
like
this group,
what's your average?
I keep my pets taunting on. That way, just in case if the mob peels off of the main tank, it won't run right after the cleric because it'll also have the pet on its hate list. So it gives another slot to push the cleric down. Other than that, as soon as the tank brings the creature to the pull spot and stops, I sick my pet and then I'll cast Leech.
Oh, I'm out of Spirit of the Wolf.
Then I basically have to just sit there and wait until, say, I don't know, they're down to about 40%, and then I can cast anything else. But if I cast before that, they, like, watch. I'll wait till this guy's down to half, and then I'll cast, and you'll see that he peels, like, right off on me. See, 50% cast. Oh wow!
Yeah.
Luckily, the one time
It's always it's always when you're doing it to show it off, and then you're like, oh, my computer's not messing up this one time. You know, like when the guy's standing right over your shoulder, and you're like, yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah. So I know exactly what that feeling's like.
If I don't wait until they go just below half, it'll peel right off on me. Unless, and I'm not saying anything bad about our tank, but unless I have a tank that has really good aggro control.
It's hard, man. It's hard to have more aggro than a necro. Necros do so much damage. Unless Thum had some kind of like damage on his weapons that actually procced or something like that, then I don't think he'd have a problem holding aggro from anybody when he gets to that stage.
I have plenty of aggro control as long as everybody else in the group is minding their role and doing it the right way.
But
if you're playing your role the right way, I'm not going to have any trouble at all.
Compared to a paladin who can do flash of light, that creates so much aggro as it is. Then he's really not going to have to worry about stealing it from somebody like that, or even a Shadow Knight who can put on a dot.
A weapon that had a stun proc
or any kind of proc,
buff proc,
yeah.
You know, because I'm saying those specifically because those are really high aggro generators.
Right.
But if he had one of those weapons, then I'd be able to do it when it's down to 80%. But the problem is if I'm waiting till they're down to half health, I'm not even getting a quarter of my dot use out of the cast.
Well, that's just it. When you're in the group, you really don't necessarily have to dot. You can live tap and do other things. So
I mean, we're not picking on any one of the characters. We're just telling people like what we're doing so that you guys will have an idea. You know, as a warrior, warriors are kind of on a I don't know how to phrase it other than to say they have a disadvantage over, say, a paladin or a shadow knight when it comes to keeping aggro until they get to higher levels. Once they get those weapons that have the procs and they can use 2 of them, they won't have a problem whatsoever keeping the aggro, and they'll be able to out-damage and, out-taunt, so to speak, than a Shadow Knight or a Paladin with those right weapons on. And in fact,
we usually end up with more hit points and stuff, too.
Oh,
so
yeah,
take more damage.
And more AC as well, so.
Well, it's difficult for a Necro in a group because we want to be mana efficient. Just like everybody else, you all with your spells want to be efficient. So when you put a dot on a creature and it only gets like 10 seconds worth of damage and then it dies, it's like, why did I even do it?
But it comes out to how much damage it does in that 10 seconds.
Yeah, I never grouped a lot with my Necromancer. And when I did, what I usually did was just stick my pen on him and sit down and twitch the Cleric when it needed. That's all I really did as a Necromancer in the group.
And that's a huge value in a group. Like, people will be more than happy with you doing that and still be happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, but I don't like being a permanent mana battery for everybody.
Some people don't. Some people
don't. My druid doesn't like healing either, so.
Hey, which is why classes or people who play classes like mine will literally have to go play a Necro just so that we can have a Necro in a raid that does the mana battery, which all the other Necros on the server who started one just for the purposes of playing the class the way they like it, would never do. You know, like there'd have to be people out there who did that just so we could get that, because you guys are so adamant against it that
Hey, I have no problem twitching.
Hey, I'll back
Cleric.
uphill if I have to.
None.
yeah, I don't think so. Not them.
I
I'll
have
back, no, not through because he doesn't have any hills.
got you there.
But Corvellis would back uphill.
Ooh,
I mean, he
burn,
doesn't want
you
to
got
be the
me.
main healer though.
No, I mean,
Oh, somebody's
I
talking.
have
yeah, a
I
little
have
bit.
no problem. Like if it's a very big raid and they need cleric twitching, okay, fine. But if I'm in a regular group, I'm not going to sit here the entire time twitching cleric. No,
And I understand
just
that. I understand that, but some people don't mind, and some people will greatly appreciate that. If that's what the group wants and that's what the group really needs, I'm more than happy to do it. But I know some people don't.
Right.
I was just trying to figure out from you like what you were doing and like how you were doing it, so that people were playing Necros, because I am completely clueless when I play my Necro. So hearing like what spells people were using and how they use them would be pretty nice. The same thing with like ZK when he plays his Shaman. I would love to hear, or even Bernstein when he plays his Shaman. I would love to hear what spells he's using and how, what order and when he waits and why he waits for some of that stuff. Because
yeah.
I have a Shaman and I sucked at him. I was basically a healer playing
You did
in
fine,
Shaman.
dude. You did fine.
Not as a Shaman though. Like I did fine as a healer.
Just me and you.
Yeah,
I mean, just me and you. Yeah, I mean, it was just
That
me
was
and you,
just
so you
the
never had a chance
limitation
to really
of, your
do
spell.
it. You know, the group shaman thing. So.
Even if I could have, I probably wouldn't have. Like that's the role I wanted, was
You
to
did fine,
heal.
man. You took care of me, and that's all that mattered to me. I mean, you know. So.
I'm just saying, as far as purposes of like slowing the target, debuffing the target, buffing people, I never really got into that part of it, and that's really what a lot of shamans love to do. Like that's like I watch ZK, and that's pretty much what he does all the time when he solos.
It makes a difference. It makes a difference when you're fighting somebody and you got slow on them and you got quickness on the tank. It really does make a difference.
It's a huge difference, guys, and it's just not something I really got into.
Oh,
You can
so
I can't
slow.
loot that, man.
Barbarians run so slow.
But Necros, it's tough because you pretty much the only nuke you have is your lifesteal.
You don't need a nuke with all your dots, man.
Right, but if things are dying too fast, then it's not efficient using your dots. So,
Rock, I'm thinking about
A lot of
changing my battle cry to "Where's the butter, dude?"
I like that.
Where's the butter? It's actually not a bad idea, dude.
But
Try it out, man. Try it out on the next one.
but with
Do it
the
in an
Necro,
accent too, man.
A lot of people they'll want to nuke, so they'll want to use their direct lifesteal, but then they'll be peeling the damage or the mob off of the tank because of the direct damage.
Yeah, I think if they're dying that quickly, I would just stick my pet on it and then sit back down and just sit there with full power if that's the case, because there will be longer fights. There's sometimes that Thune will pull, or any of your tanks pretty much will pull more mobs than they mean to, or you'll have one pop in the area that you're in, and then you'll be able to kill those, especially if you don't have an enchanter with you.
So what I do is I'm just sitting here doing my lifesteal over time, and if I see the creature running at the end, I'll throw a darkness on it just so it stops. And I'm conserving my mana. And if there's a bad pull where he ends up with a couple mobs or something, I have enough mana where I could just peel one off and kite it while you guys handle the other one.
There it is, guys.
Where's your call?
Where's the butter?
And I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode, guys. I'm getting massive lag, as those watching on my channel can already see right here. Not quite sure why. It's pretty weird. But again, we do want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit those like buttons and subscribe. It definitely helps grow the channels, and we greatly appreciate it. If you guys want to give a shout out to your channels again before we head out?
Hydraulic, guys, I love you. Thanks for watching.
It'll be up shortly. Bushido Bowl, very simple. You just type in Bushido Bowl.
And again, guys, we want to thank you all for watching. We will definitely catch you next time.
Subscribe.